Oh.
Oh.
I've got a cup of cheer.
A cup of cheer? I don't, but I do have a hat. Look at us in our festive hats today.
Yes. Okay.
And
yes.
I have Terry Clark's Jingle Bells still.
Oh, good for
right.
you.
When she I saw that picture recently, actually.
Well done. Well,
It was a long time ago that we had her in on Christmas. We had her in the show before Christmas, like last day of school or something, and she did Christmas carols with us.
The show before Christmas. You mean Christmas Eve?
Well, it was whatever. I don't know. Did we work to that day?
It was Christmas Eve.
It was the Friday before the Christmas break.
I don't know. It was Christmas Eve. I'm pretty sure it was Christmas.
We never worked on Christmas
And we
Eve
did a
day.
dial a Terry Clark.
Yeah, we did. The odd time.
Okay.
Rachel, you don't remember any.
No, I don't think we ever worked on. Anyway, that's fine. So she
This
came
is
in and Forman has her bells.
Okay.
Great.
Can we go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is due to this.
We've been arguing since we got on this call.
This is due to underwhelming demand. Feliz Navi Podcast.
Oh, Feliz Navi Podcast.
Yes, that's us. We are Dave, Rachel, and Forman getting along as usual with our festive hats.
Yeah. Same. We have the same one, me and Dave.
Yeah,
Not on YouTube. They sound great.
Do they ever? I just want to let you know that I have so many of these
Christmas hats?
I do
Santa
too.
hats?
Yeah, because we used to do with Nick Paparella.
Foreman,
Nick,
come on. You turned your video off, Foreman. We can't see you.
Why is my video off?
I don't know. There you are. Okay.
Look at this computer.
Okay, you sound fine though. All right, so we used to do the lighting of the lights with Nick.
We used to do the lighting of the lights every year with Nick Paparella. Come on,
Nick. Yeah.
Nick would do it. And every time we would show up, I would have a Santa hat stuffed in my coat somewhere just in case I needed, to put the Santa. But they would always, do you remember, Rachel? They always gave us Santa hats and said, oh, no. And I would go, well, here, you can have it back. Oh, no, keep it. And, actually, once you put it on, you're not giving it to anybody else. I mean,
right.
You really shouldn't.
Lice,
anyway,
things like that.
So if you're a taxpayer in the city of London, thank you very much. This is where your tax dollars go.
I have a few of them floating around my house, too.
I got all kinds of them.
It was nice because they would...
I don't. I have a child's one because they can only splurge on 2 extra hats and not a third ever. I was never, ever on that stage once.
No.
I don't remember you ever being there. No.
There were so many people on that stage with us. Like, it was just like everybody and their kid was up there all the time. I don't know
when
why.
the lights come on at Christmas, band.
I didn't really know what was going
on.
on. I would just show up, and they had sort of a thing that they were all doing. But Nick kind of ran the whole show because they did it on TV. And so whatever he said, like, come on out, I'm like, okay. Don't come out, okay. I'll just keep my hat. By the way, there's hot chocolate and cookies downstairs, so I'm fine. You leave me alone. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, it was a fun night, actually.
And I got lots of Christmas hats, so thank you very much.
Yeah, that's why we have them.
Anyway.
Sorry, Foreman. It was between this or I have antlers with a bell today. There you go.
That's a terrible bell. Foreman's got
just a
bells.
little decorative.
Foreman's got real
That's
bells.
a bell.
That's a bell.
Okay. All right.
This is a bell too. Are you done? Is that you done? Or no, are you going to keep going?
Well, yes, I'll talk about Christmas and Christmas songs. So every year.
No, I'm not. That's not a segue.
I don't think
I'm just okay, fine.
count.
Just
That's
keep
fine.
going. Just
Christmas
keep going.
songs. Every year,
Christmas
the three of us
songs.
would play the Little Drummer Boy Challenge. And if you haven't done this, it's basically whoever you try and avoid hearing the song Little Drummer Boy.
Right.
I mean, you can't really. It's
that's
just,
the goal is to avoid hearing.
Right.
Yeah.
It just happens to you.
Like some people might play Whamageddon this time of year.
Yes, to avoid last Christmas. It's impossible to avoid last
That's
Christmas.
impossible.
I think. It's impossible. Yeah.
Well, now everybody has a version of Last Christmas now too,
Yeah.
as they do with Little Drummer Boy. So,
well,
was I the first to hear Little
shouldn't.
Drummer Boy, or was
no,
that Dave this year?
Forman was first.
heard it.
I don't know who did you hear for it?
Forman
It was
heard it.
I don't know what version you heard, but I'd never heard of whoever did it.
I'll look it up as you talk here. It was something just terrible.
And then
I
about
gotta look mine up too.
No, I know yours because about 2 weeks later, maybe a week and a half, Rachel sends a photo of what were you listening to?
Sirius
car.
radio.
Sirius in your car.
Yeah,
she
here it
sends a
Fallon's
picture
holiday
of,
channel.
she's listening to Little Drummer Boy by Jim Neighbors.
Jim Neighbors,
I'm like,
yeah. You should see the picture of
what
this.
horrid-
It's so old. You can't see
horrid
that. But
channel are you listening to on Sirius that would play that to you?
that one was holiday traditions. There's three.
Yeah, sure.
There are
That is a
3
terrible
Christmas
picture.
channels on Sirius Radio.
Awful.
I know. It was. So I was like, well, and we didn't really tell each other that we were playing this game.
Sirius, you pay money to have Sirius feed you Jim Neighbors, Little Drummer Boy. The end.
At least my torture was for free from David Bowie and Bing Crosby.
Oh yeah, at least that's
Fresh
not
radio.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a standard too.
Sure.
And
it's the worst version. I don't know why people love
Really?
that.
I don't know
Jim
why
Neighbors.
anybody
Actually,
likes
I have
that
a couple
either.
of versions that you might hate because after Jim Neighbors,
Please give me Jim Neighbors after
But a
Bing.
different-
I would say to
Bing
you,
and David.
we're going to have this discussion, but I'm going to assure you, at this point, I have not yet heard the Little Drum. I have a voice.
okay, so really, so you have
this
one
is
for sure.
now we are recording this before, but this podcast is released on Christmas Eve, and God help me, I hope I'm still avoiding the Little Drummer Boy by Christmas Eve.
Well, you've already
and
won.
for anybody that doesn't understand why, if it's your favorite Christmas song, have at it, enjoy. I don't care. I'm pretty. I don't know where that song came from. I don't know why it exists. I don't really
either.
like it. I never did like it. It just was. At one point, you just sort of accepted, well, it's Christmas and I have to listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't.
I always used to get, oh, you're a drummer, so you must love the Little Drummer Boy.
No, I don't.
Do you?
The reason I feel the opposite, actually.
Yes. It's a terrible
I
song.
always see those memes, and it's like Mary having just given birth to our Lord, then awakes to find a small boy with a drum.
Yeah. No.
What is
That
that's
doesn't-
not what we
Get
want.
out.
Yeah, get out.
It didn't happen.
I am
Leave
just
the
giving
myrrh
birth.
and get out.
Yeah, he wasn't there. Hark the Herald Angels did sing, but there
Right.
was no drummer.
There was
Yes.
no drummer.
No, there
well,
was no
God,
drummer.
I mean,
Invited
I hope
and they
not.
were welcome.
No,
Right.
there was no drummer there. And if you're a substantial like when you record a Christmas song and you are a name performer, like I wonder if Bruce Springsteen has ever regretted doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town live.
Oh,
Because I feel like I've heard
that's
it
the only
enough.
version that's ever played.
I know. I feel like I've heard
Did
it
he
enough.
do a recorded version? Because
No.
I would like to
No,
hear
I
that.
think he never did it live.
Did it the smartest way possible because you performed it once.
Yeah.
And they recorded it, and,
And
you
you
didn't
get
have to
paid
do
forever.
the whole studio
No,
treatment.
You don't have to do any of that.
None of that.
None
it
of that.
was so smart.
Anyway,
Yeah. You
but
get
if
paid
you're
forever.
if Bob Seger, when you were deciding which Christmas song you would put your stamp on,
Yeah.
Bob Seger, who I have a great deal of respect for, and from the Detroit area, for some reason he did Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Bob?
Well,
Like,
I've
what were
heard
you
some
on
pretty-
that day? What occurred when you went into the studio and you had every Christmas song laid out in front of you? Which one are we going to do? Why would you pick that one?
People pick. I don't know why they like it. I guess it's a standard now. On Fallon's holiday, Fallon Holiday, on Sirius, he
Please
played
enlighten us.
the Sean Kingston Little Drummer Boy version.
Okay.
I've also heard the Joan Jett version.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
these are things that leads me to another. Who's running we used to have, and I know that there's been some radio stations sold. So we're here in the London area, and Forman, your radio station does not do the whole all Christmas thing.
We have, we're HD radio, and on our HD channel 2 is 100% Christmas
Okay,
music.
all right. Well,
But it is,
used to
I
be.
would say it's very tasteful. It sticks to the classics. It doesn't get
That's what
weird
you want. That's all I
versions.
want. I don't
There's-
want. And when I say classics, that doesn't mean Little Drummer Boy.
It's not about 50% Canadian original Christmas music like there is on some other radio station.
Yeah,
in
whatever
London.
the
yeah.
what's the mean? It's is it fresh? Is it fresh?
103.1 Fresh Radio.
Is that who they are? Okay. Because there used to be the other radio station, but they've been sold and they're not doing it this year. Their Christmas music was way better. Like
Yes.
way.
Yeah,
Whoever
I
was
liked
put,
theirs too.
Yeah, whoever was
Chime.
putting that together was doing a great job.
But
Right.
on Chime, they're doing a great job.
Is it Chime?
Okay.
Fine. That's Rogers, correct? That's Rogers Radio.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
sure in Halifax, Move is the one that does 100% Christmas music. I'm sure it's perfectly acceptable.
And I'm telling you what, the guys that are doing, whoever's doing that, they do hit, like, it's the weirdest stuff, because you will hear, like, Frank Sinatra doing Jingle Bells, and then you'll hear White Christmas by Bing Crosby, and then all of a sudden you'll hear, this morning, I think, the Payolas, Christmas is Coming. You ever heard that one? Mm-hmm. It's horrible.
I don't know.
It should never be played.
It's
ever.
probably not as bad as Sean Kingston, Little Drummer Boy.
I'm pretty sure
Sean
it is.
Kingston, Little Drummer Boy. It's
Look,
it's like
the
a
payola. The reason they're feeding you the payolas. And who are some of the other? Kim Stockwood. You know who Kim Stockwood is?
I
Yeah,
heard
she
Kim
has a
Stockwood
career
the other
every
day.
December thanks to Fred.
Yes, I heard hers the other day.
Because they're Canadian. They need to.
Yeah.
They need to play you Canadian.
true. You
You
That's
don't need
why.
to play that much Canadian. It's,
Well, they don't need to play the payolas doing Christmas is Coming
You know
ever
what?
again.
You guys are so into it. Most people would not even notice.
I
My
don't need
whole
to hear.
point was I've heard the Little Drummer Boy a million times, and Dave won our challenge. The end. That
Okay.
was my point.
Yeah. The other point is, what are you doing listening to Jim Neighbors' Little Drummer
Well,
Boy?
I wasn't trying to.
Okay.
Really was trying not to, and I was bummed that I lost this year's challenge.
That's got to be the worst. Unless the payolas did it. I don't know. Maybe. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, podcasted around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Yes, we
Everybody sing.
Everybody sing.
Podcasting
around
the Christmas. Yeah, okay, never mind.
At the podcast
please don't
party
sing.
hop.
No.
Why?
Please don't sing. Let's not. Let's not. Don't forget about our website,
We're the
by the way.
podcast that sings.
No, we're not. Underwhelming.ca. Go to our website. We need sponsors.
We need sponsors, but there's lots of things to do on our website
Sure.
because we've been slowly building it up. You can leave us a voice message so we could play it on our show. You could buy us a coffee. You can
Exactly.
check out Dave's blogs. You can
sure.
check out our host bios. I don't know. I put on one of the blogs is behind the scenes photos of our live show. If you haven't looked at that yet,
Oh, behind the scenes. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, you can check out sponsorship info. You can send us a message. You can, all kinds of stuff on
do
there.
it
So,
all.
But
underwhelming.ca.
I cannot book myself a haircut.
Oh,
Now that's a segue.
we don't offer that service, no.
Segue out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I love
Take
it.
your
Okay.
hat off.
What do you
What's
mean
your
you
hair
can't
look
book
like?
it? What do you? Yeah. How's your hair?
Well, I can't. Even with my guy,
really?
I did just get my hair cut because someone else that I live with demanded it happen. But
Oh.
even my regular guy for several weeks leading up to Christmas now has been booked. Like you can't get in because everyone wants a haircut for Christmas.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want a haircut. For
I just
Christmas.
had one yesterday.
I would like to have hair to cut.
Did
for
you
Christmas.
notice?
Hi-yo. No, it did not notice.
I
But it
know.
looks great.
Did you?
You
get
are wearing a
haircut for
hat.
Christmas?
I got
Yeah,
my
you're
hair
wearing
done
a hat.
yesterday, yeah.
Did you?
I'm wearing a hat.
How much?
Yes,
did
I
that,
did.
How much did that cost?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit more than what Forman would pay.
Without knowing either amount, you are very correct.
You are very correct.
And quite a bit more time spent in the chair, too. I
Yeah,
imagine.
I'm there for about 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, every time. But I only go
3
like
hours.
3-4 times a year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
That's Ashley's excuse, too. I don't go that often.
yeah.
It still doesn't even out. It does
no,
not even
it
out.
never evens out.
And
No.
it is like 3
You
or
want it
4
done well.
hours when she goes there. It looks
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Right,
love it
it's
so
better.
much.
Good.
It
Yeah.
better-
Oh, of course.
you
It
better
looks
say that.
great.
Yeah.
It looks great, Rach.
Thanks. You guys never noticed. You've
No,
never
we-
noticed now. You'd never noticed before.
We would always notice each other's, though.
Yes. I would always.
I don't know why it's so much more obvious when you guys get haircuts. It's like so much shorter.
Because the whole point, I feel like when you get a haircut, at one point in my life, I think, and I know some people who are like this now, men, okay, that when you go for a haircut, you don't want anybody to notice that you got a haircut.
I'd rather not. Yeah.
Oh,
some
really?
some are
Some
so
people-
regimented that their hair always looks exactly the same length.
They want to look exactly the same. That's the whole purpose of scheduling a haircut maybe every 3 weeks. 'Cause You don't want
Okay.
anybody.
Yeah.
Where
That makes
on
sense.
now, for me, I'm like, shave it. Go ahead.
Well, you
knock
just-
more of it off. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to deal with when you do that.
Right.
So
I shave Jeremy's head. I'm his barber. But he
Yeah,
just
there you go.
literally shaves his head, so that's it.
Well,
Just-
that's a lot easier.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to book myself in.
How is he a good tipper?
No. Nope. He's just like, okay, thanks. I'm like, hey, you can put the razor away then. The clippers. That's it. Anyway, so you got a haircut, Foreman.
No, he didn't get a haircut. He can't get a haircut.
No, I did.
Well, he got
I
one.
did.
It's
so
not long.
Well, wait a minute.
problem is,
If Foreman
what's the
needs a
problem
haircut,
then?
you
What is-
notice because
Yes,
it's quite
I didn't-
puffy.
yes,
it's
it was
puffy.
getting puffy and shaggy.
Yeah.
I don't
See?
know.
Yeah.
I don't have that issue.
Yeah, it's so thick that you can fill it with product, whatever, and at the end of the day, it's just as like a clown wig, no matter what. Yeah,
Really?
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I know that you don't like that, but you are blessed. It's a good
yes.
problem
I'd rather
to
have this problem
It
than
is
the
a
opposite
challenge.
problem. Yeah.
It is a terrible thing to have a full head of hair, Foreman.
I wish I could give you some, Dave.
Yeah. Wow. All I want
it's
for
thick.
Christmas
He's
is
got thick hair.
Foreman's problem.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I couldn't get it. The little barbershop I've found in St. Thomas,
Yeah.
and the guy I go to.
And what is the guy you go to? What's the typical Foreman do cost?
It's like $35 plus tax.
All right.
Can you pull that hat off again?
Well, I just put it back on. It's a child-size hat. It's a real pain in the ass to take on
Okay,
and
well,
off.
I'm trying to see where the $35 went.
Oh my!
You
fuck.
saw it. Did you not look at his hair?
Like I've been
There
sitting
it is.
here.
There's a lot less of it than before.
Do you know how often
It's
I
like
say?
$17.50 a side.
Jesus.
No,
Oh my
no more
God.
than that.
How much does your hair cost? Your haircut, Dave?
It's not that much.
Well,
It
my
better
place
not
is
be.
nice.
Okay.
And he puts this like hot.
You can put the hat back on if you want.
Oh my god.
I might ask you to
He's
take it
done
off
now.
again.
He's at it with us.
He has a little machine and he gets out this hot shaving cream that he puts on your neck and he does the neck thing and
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's
good.
nice.
It's a good little process.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
that's worth the
All right.
extra. That might be worth $35.
He really treats you. That's nice.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
like
right.
a real barber. He's either the manager or the owner of this place. Too.
Oh, wow.
He
Okay.
knows what he's doing. So
All right.
I found that I'll go right to the top, and he's my guy. Right?
Absolutely.
I can't get
yeah.
in with them because before Christmas, everyone, and I misspoke earlier, not everyone wants to get a haircut. Everyone's being told that they have to get a haircut. So I was one of those.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in, and you can book online, and there's options to join waiting lists for times and what. So
Oh,
I
my.
joined the waiting list for like a week and a half on every day I could pick.
Yeah.
Never got a call, so I just
You're on the waiting list for
Yeah.
a haircut.
I know, but there's lots of people that work there, and they always say walk-ins welcome. And whenever I'm there, people just walking off the street, and someone's available, and we'll cut their hair, whatever. So
Okay.
I walked in.
And?
There's a guy that wasn't busy, so he started cutting my hair, and then my regular guy is there, and I thought, well, at least I know that he's there. He can tell this other guy what he does, because
Right.
the new guy's asking, "What do you want done?" And I'm like,
Sure.
ask him. He
Okay.
knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and my regular guy tells him,
Okay.
and
Good.
halfway
That's
through
good.
my haircut. Another person walks in the door and says, "Oh, hey, hi, whatever," obviously to see my regular guy. But it's clear that it's for the time frame after mine. Like I'm there at 9, this guy's there at like 9:20, obviously ready for a 9:30, and my guy hasn't been doing anything the whole time.
Uh-oh.
And my guy says, "Well, it's great. It's great that you came in early. We can start right now because I had a no-show."
What? So you could have had your guy,
I could have had my guy the whole time.
but he didn't. He was probably waiting for the client, and then you sat down with the other guy.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Was
What
he
is
annoyed
a
that you
foreman
were with
to
a different
do?
guy? What is
No,
a
he was
foreman
not.
to do?
What is a foreman?
Because
I
does
feel
foreman,
like does your guy not want to do your hair for me?
and does foreman just switch guys in
Yeah,
the
maybe.
same establishment?
Yeah, maybe.
I think it was
it's
just
very
like a
awkward.
misunderstanding.
It's very, very. No, I don't know. I
don't think there's
foreman-
anything to that.
No,
Do you?
Oh, I sure do.
No, that's a
Absolutely.
nothing
The guy
issue.
the guy had a no-show. Foreman walks in looking for a haircut. Like I walk in out of the blue.
Yeah.
The guy, his regular guy, has a no-show and gives Foreman to another guy.
No. Were
It's
you
his
already,
barber shop.
were you already sitting down with the new guy when this other client walked in? to get
Well,
the
yeah,
no-show.
but I
He's
had
the 9:30 guy, not the 9 o'clock guy.
Yeah, but if your regular guy was expecting a 9 o'clock and you walked in at 9 o'clock, well, he's expecting someone else. He didn't know that they were going to be a no-show.
No, I walked in at like 9:10.
Oh.
Like I wasn't there at an exact appointment time because I didn't have an appointment.
By 9:10, the 9 o'clock's not showing.
Exactly.
Forman shows up. There's somebody. They're both free, and Forman's regular guy doesn't do Forman.
Mm-hmm.
Forman, I'd be upset.
I don't know. Maybe he
I'd
gave it
switch
20
guys.
minutes before he knew it was a no-show.
Switch guys, Forman. Switch
Really?
guys.
I think that's a nothing thing.
No,
Let's
keep
play.
the new
Is
guy-
this something or nothing? It's nothing.
I think it's
that's
something too.
definitely
you
something.
do.
But what does Forman
okay,
do?
Then switch.
Well,
Well,
do I
then
switch
work with the new
guys?
guy, I guess.
Because, yes, because maybe the old guy now will be offended if you make an appointment with the new guy.
The old guy probably doesn't care. If he's the owner, he's getting paid anyway. He doesn't care if you book with him or not.
But then maybe all the more reason why I should.
That's right.
I gave the new guy a bigger tip than normal
Yes.
because I was mad.
Well, that'll do it. Now, I think you better find.
They're
going to
talk about that.
I think you better find a new place.
Oh, I can't
You
go
want-
to the place at all now?
Yeah. Would you
No,
like?
you can't. I don't think it's a big deal.
Oh, I think it's a huge deal.
I didn't even want my hair cut in the first place.
Yeah.
What a
tipped,
mess.
He tipped the other guy more than his regular. It's a deal. It's really a deal. It's a deal. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling. Ring, ting, tingling too. Come on. It's lovely weather for a podcast together with you.
Aw.
Am I right?
Right back at you, David.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
that's so
and
nice.
Forman, let me ask you.
Thank
I don't
you.
know about you, but are your I've been enjoying having my nuts roasting by an open fire.
Yeah?
Because that was one of the great things about Christmas on the radio. You could say things like that and
Yes.
almost get away with it. So.
Yes. That's right.
Someone would always be upset, even though I don't know how you could be, but someone always would be. You'd always get.
Well, people were upset about everything.
Anyway, I don't know if you have noticed, because I happen to be, speaking of nuts, I happen to be, before I go any further, that's a segue, by the way.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
We'll see.
my name's on the Amazon account here in the Collins household, so I get emails. I get all the emails from if people are ordering, if they're ordering gifts for me, if they're ordering gifts for anybody. I get the emails saying, "Oh, yeah, we got your order. We got this. We got
Okay.
that." Here's something. And do you get those emails from Amazon? Here's
Yes.
something you might like.
I'm the one that gets them.
Here's something that you might like. And last week or a week and a half ago, I got an email, and I just went, here's something. I'm so tired of them. Here's something, I'm scrolling through my emails, delete, and I see, here's something you might like. Happy Nuts. And I went, what?
That sounds like a good idea.
Who wouldn't
Yes.
want Happy Nuts?
Yes.
And
You
Happy
don't want
Nuts is-
sad nuts.
No, exactly. No, you don't want unhappy nuts.
No.
You want happy nuts. So hats off to the Happy Nuts people who create. I don't know. I think it's some sort of cream. I hope
I
it's in
think
my
it's
stocking
deodorant
because
for your nuts.
who doesn't want Happy Nuts?
Oh, it actually is for. I'm
Happy
Yes.
still waiting to hear what Happy
I've
Nuts
seen it.
is.
That's what it is. It's something.
I
It's a
saw it.
cream or something. Yes.
I've seen
Nut
it on
cream.
Amazon.
And if you didn't buy it and put it in Jeremy's stocking, what's wrong with you?
Well, I didn't, but I might have to now that you've
Well, you
mentioned it,
should.
'cause I think that
Happy
would be
Nuts.
funny.
No one wants sad nuts.
Well, yes. Ain't
Am
that
I
the
right,
truth?
Foreman?
Like every man should have, or everyone with
Okay.
nuts should have this.
I did,
Sure.
yeah, if you got nuts, you need them to stay cheery.
You want them to.
Holly and jolly.
You want them to
Holly
be-
and Jolly. That's
right.
right.
That's your nuts. Holly and Jolly. They're happy nuts. Well, it's time for headlines.
Speaking of,
Real headlines.
Well, this is our
boy.
final podcast of 2024.
Can you tell?
Can you tell? And I figure we should wrap up with a few headlines. Am I right? Of
Yes.
course, I'm right. These are
Please.
actual headlines. Real headlines. I don't make these up. I don't have to.
No.
I don't have to. I do get contributions. Again, thank you, Forman, for contributing a couple of the headlines that are coming up. Okay, I appreciate it.
oh,
Forman.
somebody
Forman.
sent one that
You
I
are
forgot
welcome.
to pass along to
Oh,
you.
you should have sent that one
Yeah.
to me. Well, maybe next
It's a bit
episode.
sexual,
Next time
though.
I do headlines, I'll get
Next
that.
year, yeah.
Here we go. New Zealand man wins Spanish Scrabble championships despite not speaking Spanish.
Headlines.
Wow.
Excelente.
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 Feliz
Wow.
Navidad.
Yeah, Feliz
Feliz
Navidad.
Navidad. He's got happy nuts.
That's
wow.
right. And you know how many points you would get for that in Scrabble?
Feliz Navidad. Yeah,
You get a lot.
with a Z in there.
Yeah, Zed.
Yeah.
Czech man fails to win right to smile on his driver's license photo ID. Well, that's
Czech man.
That's an actual
Czech,
headline.
as in Czechoslovakia.
Oh, Czechoslovakia. Oh,
They can't smile over there.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, that's right, Czech Republic.
okay.
right.
Yeah, I thought you meant like a check
You know that
mark.
place.
I was like,
No,
what,
no,
who's
no, not
check,
that,
who's the
not
check
check
mark
man.
man?
No,
C-Z-E-C-H.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
yes,
Also, a high score in Scrabble.
Sure,
That's
yeah, that's true.
yes. Mosh pit diaper designed to avoid long lines at concert bathrooms sells out.
No.
Real headlines.
That's disgusting.
I believe
You
it.
Put it.
Nobody
What are
wants
you
to
talking?
stand in that.
Put it in your stock. Put it in
Gross.
Jeremy's stocking with his happy nuts. He'll be thrilled.
I'll probably get sworn at on Christmas morning.
Scientists may have discovered a new form of ancient humans known as large head people.
Headlines.
Like Neanderthals?
But larger.
They're large. Big,
By the
fat
way, my
heads.
sister did 23andMe, and we found that we, or she, not me, is part Neanderthal.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, large-headed people from
Does
way
your
back
sister
when.
have a large head?
No, not for no. She
Not
doesn't.
particularly?
No.
Okay.
We've
here we go.
evolved since
Let's keep
then,
going.
Dave.
Let's okay.
She does live in Cape Breton.
Right.
Columbus Funeral Home to be the first in the state to operate with a liquor license.
That's an actual
That's a good
headline.
idea.
How
Yeah.
is that a first?
No one likes going to funerals, but if there's an open bar,
Yes.
count
Absolutely.
me in. I didn't know
come
your
on.
uncle, but I'm coming.
If you're
It's
going
a
to like,
celebration of life.
Exactly.
This is going to happen. That's
yes,
the best news ever.
absolutely, they should have liquor and beer. Right.
Fart coin breaks above the 800 million market cap.
Real headlines.
I'm not making that up.
What is
there
fart
is such
coin?
a thing as fart coin,
Fart going.
and it's almost it's almost at $1 billion.
What?
Like, should have bought stock. You
What's
should have
fart
bought fart
coin?
coin. It's a joke, apparently, but it.
yeah. It started as a joke,
It
and every
started
time
as
you make
joke.
a transaction,
it's over,
they send
it's
you.
worth over 800 million.
Every
whoever
time
s-
you make a transaction,
Yeah.
they send you a digital fart sound effect.
So you sign up for this and you pay for that?
It's fart coin. It's like Bitcoin. You buy it.
But buy fart coin instead, because it's
Yeah.
fart coin.
Fart coin's going. It's
Oh,
selling
and
like
then
crazy
you own
right
the
now.
sounds, the fart sounds or something?
We're not explaining blockchain.
No,
on
we're
this
not.
podcast.
We're not going to do cryptocurrency here, okay, Rach? All right, you don't get it. All right,
No, I don't.
we'll move on. You'll get this one.
It's worth a lot more than Haktua coin. That's
yeah,
for sure.
that's
That's
true.
a coin?
Yeah,
well,
that's a coin
that
too.
might be landing her in jail coin.
It
Oh,
could be.
boy.
U.S. city tells residents to stop sticking googly eyes on its statues.
No,
Headlines.
That's funny. I love
It
that.
is funny.
That's
Googly eyes are
very
always funny. They're
Yes.
always
Harming no
funny.
one.
That's right.
Always funny. Always.
Where is that? Which city? Does it say
U.S.
or no?
city. I think
Just
somewhere in Oregon. I don't know where.
Okay. I love that.
Stop jumping in front of oncoming cars, South African government warns citizens.
That's an actual headline.
That's very morbid. Yes.
Well,
why are they
what do you
doing
mean,
that?
too soon? Too
Stop
soon?
doing that. Yeah.
Stop doing that.
is it like some
Seems
sort
silly.
of insurance scam?
I don't know. I have no
Oh,
idea. I
maybe.
didn't. I just felt like such a good headline. I didn't want to
Okay.
delve any further.
Yes.
No,
fair
as
enough.
most of them seem to be.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Category.
That's right. Fair enough. Woman who heard animal noises from under her house had naked man living there.
Real headlines.
He had no clothes and was living under the house.
Well, that's not something anybody wants to find under their house. I wouldn't think.
if you're living under the house, I mean, I guess I'm
Yeah.
not surprised you don't have
Yeah.
clothes. Because, like,
I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
I guess you don't need
Well,
them.
now your mouse doesn't seem so bad now, does it?
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Not such a bad
that's
thing.
Fact. Haven't
Plain.
found another one, thank God.
Plane grounded for 5 days after 130 hamsters escaped from their cages. That's,
On the
Headlines.
plane?
yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
No.
Well, it's not as bad as snakes on a plane, but
Well,
That's a
if
lot.
I
you
don't know.
unleash the
Hamsters on a
snakes,
plane might be just as bad.
yeah, if you
Ugh.
unleash the snakes, no, it would get rid of the hamsters.
Yes,
Anyway.
that's true.
Let me start again. Two emus named Thelma and Louise on the run in South Carolina. I don't know why. I just
That's
I
an
love
actual
that.
headline.
Yeah.
I follow this one
what did
woman
they think
on-
was going to happen when they named the emus Thelma and Louise? They're
Well,
gonna,
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
escape.
course.
Exactly.
I follow this
Smuggler-
one woman on TikTok, and she's got a emu farm, or anyway, or maybe it's an ostrich. What's the difference?
Well, they're different.
Nobody
birds.
knows. I don't know.
Well, they're
anyway,
not the same bird.
The
I
bird
mean-
that she has is named Karen, and Karen's a real bitch to her, and it's so funny to see her deal with Karen, the ostrich or the emu.
Thelma, but that's not Thelma.
Side note.
Sounds like it.
Okay,
Good story.
continue.
Thank you. Great
Yeah,
story.
thanks.
Right? Smuggler caught with 320 tarantulas strapped to his body.
Real headlines.
Gross.
I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a local headline. Thank you to Forman, courtesy of Forman.
Okay.
Local headline. Drug dealer nabbed by police while going through Wendy's drive-thru in Simcoe.
Headlines.
Just got to make a pit stop.
That's right.
Quick
And
stop,
he-
guys.
It's even worse because he was in the back of a cab
He was
in the
back of a
drive-thru
cab, I
at
believe.
Wendy's in
At a Wendy's
Simcoe.
in Simcoe.
Were the police they were following him?
I guess. I don't know.
Did the
All right, we have
cabbie
some-
know?
I was,
he mustn't have known.
I have a subsection of headline Christmas headlines.
Oh,
It's not
very
Hey.
festive
Christmas
and
headline.
timely.
Santa Claus helps nab car theft suspect in Jefferson County.
Good.
That's an actual
There
headline.
you go, Santa.
Yeah.
He knows if you've been naughty or nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He sure does. Yeah.
Reverend's Santa sermon ruins Christmas for sobbing school pupils. That's not very nice.
Real headlines.
Well, they shouldn't have asked him to
terrible.
come and speak at the Christmas party.
Good grief.
That's worse than our last podcast.
Man gets stuck in chimney while fleeing from police. I bet that could be a
Headlines.
Christmas headline. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Doesn't say Christmas, but
But
I
he was
have a
probably,
feeling.
you know,
I have a feeling.
you know who else
Man.
fits down the chimney?
Well,
I
exactly.
could do it.
Buckingham Palace maid arrested after drunken brawl at work Christmas party. That's a great
That's an
headline.
actual headline.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite headlines
Wow.
ever.
Yeah.
There's a lot there to unpack. Mm-hmm. I think we
I
all
wonder
want to
what
know
happens
more.
well, I guess we do know what
I
happens
don't
at the
know.
Buckingham Palace Christmas party.
Another local Christmas headline, courtesy Foreman. Thank you, Foreman,
Oh,
for a
good.
local one. Here we go. St. Thomas woman punches Santa Claus for blocking her parade view.
Real headlines.
That's right.
At the St. Thomas parade?
Yes, it was.
25% more Grinches.
Yes.
I'm here to see the
No
Santa Claus
kidding.
parade.
Yes.
Get out of my way.
Santa.
Not only
I'm
Oh,
punching
my.
you.
was that local news, but it also ended up on TMZ.
It was on TMZ.
Well, of
Yeah.
course.
Thank you.
Because
Thank
it's so
you. Well done.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we have time for a couple of Floridas. Here we go, off to
Okay.
Florida. Plants but no pants. Florida man gardens in the nude.
Yeah.
Headlines.
Of course, it's hotter than stink down there.
Right.
Florida man, by the way, gets naked in Uber after getting a feeling.
That's an actual headline.
Yeah, I just had this feeling.
To get naked.
Yeah.
Well, free and easy.
What was the feeling of the driver?
Well,
Unhappy.
That's another headline. Florida
nuts.
Unhappy nuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
sad nuts.
No, sad nuts. Florida man accused of threatening person with Molotov cocktail and a sword to make a point.
Real headlines.
Okay. Yeah.
Point made.
Yeah.
Maybe not
yeah.
exactly the one you thought you were
Yes.
making,
Right.
but
But
you
it's a
made
point.
one.
We all know you're crazy now.
Yeah. Florida man wearing blue bonnet and flowery dress allegedly steals 28 cans of baby formula from Publix.
Headlines.
That tracks.
I don't think
I
we need to
mean-
focus on what this man's wearing. It sounds nice. Probably match.
Well, the
I don't
bonnet
know.
really. You want to wear a dress, fine. It's the bonnet that really had me. But then he stole the baby formula, so that
he-
makes sense.
Did he think that babies get the formula for free?
I
Or
don't-
for
I don't know
themselves,
how
they
that
go
works.
shopping for themselves.
I do not know. Florida man who lied about identity arrested after forgetting who he said he was.
That's an actual headline.
Naturally.
That's a
Yeah.
really good one. You just have to
You
sit
got to
and
make sure you know
You
the
may wanna-
backstory.
Yeah, you may want to listen to that one again. I'm not doing it twice, but there's a lot to unpack.
Right.
Half naked Florida man high on meth breaks into home, steals carpet cleaner. That checks.
Real headlines.
Finally, meth.
That's just, if they had a crocodile, he would have stolen that too.
Oh, probably. Yes.
Yeah. Again, meth smoking Florida man attacks mattress in jealous rage.
Attacks the mattress.
Well,
He's jealous of the mattress?
What goes on between a man and his mattress is between the man and his mattress.
Happy nuts. That's right.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Oh, maybe not in that case. Yeah.
All right. One more. Here we go. Last one. Florida man plastic surgeon known as Dr. Downtown.
Speaking of happy nuts.
Florida man plastic surgeon known as Dr. Downtown loses license over tragic Brazilian butt lift death.
Oh,
That's an actual headline.
my goodness.
And that's how
Wow.
we're ending the year.
That's exactly
Tragic Brazilian butt lift by Dr. Downtown.
This is due to underwhelming demand. It's Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This is the podcast in a pear tree, just in time for Christmas.
Yes, I like that one. A podcast in a pear tree.
By the way, I last Sunday, noonish, I don't know, middle of the day, we happened to find ourselves very close to Embro, and I said to my wife, we need to drive through Embro. I need to drive through Embro. I forgot. They have,
yeah.
they've got the Santa Clauses.
Yes,
and Janice
sure.
said, they do? I said, they sure do. Well, then we have to go. It was delightful.
It
Hats
lived up to
off
the hype,
Embro.
didn't it?
It was worth all of the hype. These Santa Clauses.
Oh, good.
And you get them, where you get them? Home Hardware, right?
Yep.
They were Home Hardware, which you didn't like, Rachel. But I'm
No.
telling you right now, if they weren't all the same Santas, it just wouldn't work. So they are all the exact same Santas, and they're everywhere.
They're over 200
Yeah.
officially.
Yeah, I only went down
really?
the main street, and you can't drive
appreciate
fast
that it
because
looks nice,
you're
and I
looking
guess-
everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and I'm there in the daytime. I'm sure at night when they're all lit up, they look great.
Yeah.
Oh, if they do, they ever.
I think it's a great idea. It's a great community thing to do. I just don't love that it's it was brought about by the retail store.
They raised like $9,000.
Did they?
Oh,
Yes,
they're giving
them.
to charity. Is the store giving to charity?
No. The residents decided to turn
I
it
don't really
into-
care whether the store made money or not. You got to buy the same Santas or it doesn't work. So shout out to Home Hardware for selling them the same Santas. It works.
I
Absolutely.
guess.
They raised all that money. I was talking to the women who were spearheading the Mount Elgin gingerbread men
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, yes.
situation.
Right.
Well, both those towns and the inflatable snowmen in Folden as well.
Folden.
Folden's, oh
right.
yeah. All,
Right.
Well, I mean, there was quite a few. I guess for an intersection, they've done pretty well.
Okay.
Worth a drive, for
Good.
sure. Even the township of Southwest Oxford had a Christmas lights competition.
Nice.
And
I love
you
that.
know how when I first mentioned the gingerbread men situation and the woman who alerted me to what they were doing on Hard FM was the woman who also didn't want to partake?
Yeah.
Her house won the Christmas lights prize from the township,
Good for her.
Oh.
which included several gingerbread men.
Wow, good for her.
Okay.
Yeah. And the women who organized the whole thing are a little bit miffed.
So she didn't want to partake in the gingerbread
That's the
thing?
best.
She's
Or the
alerted
Santa
me
thing.
to the fact that the town was trying to do everyone get an inflatable gingerbread man
Right.
just because she doesn't like inflatables, did not want to participate. Turns out
Right.
she won the township Christmas light contest
Okay.
for her.
with
So she-
multiple gingerbread men.
Wow. All right. So she gave in and participated.
Yes.
No, she did
Okay.
the Christmas light thing, but won a bunch of gingerbread.
Oh.
It all worked out in the
All
end.
right. All
it all
right.
worked out.
Yeah. Cool.
So amazing.
Yeah, I
Well,
love
those
it.
are
I love it.
I like that. That's
Go see
nice.
Embro. Drive through Embro.
Sure.
Go to Mount
But-
Elgin.
The
go to Poland,
overwhelming
yeah.
sentiment now, especially now that we get to after Christmas, is everyone's complaining that any degree of weather whatsoever will make them fall over. They'll rip. You can't keep them in the ground, no matter how many ropes and stakes and whatever you put on them. They
That's
rip.
the problem.
People try to repair them, return them. I don't think a lot of these competitions will come back next year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hey, I'll tell you what I'm doing on Boxing Day.
I think it's festive.
I'm looking for an inflatable Santa. Maybe there's deals.
Are
Of
you?
course
Oh,
there
you're
will.
so you're all about the inflate because you
I'm
didn't like
getting one.
inflatables.
I'd take
Okay.
one, but I know all the snow that we had, the snow and the blow and all that stuff, it would have
Yeah.
knocked Santa down. He would never have lasted. So you know.
There's one person in our neighborhood that has like a 12-foot frosty, and we all love it, and that's just
See?
one
There you
person.
go.
So,
You need to get one, Rach.
but in the snowstorm we had, yeah, it was knocked over a lot. So,
Okay, you're not getting one, are you?
no, I'm
No,
not.
I didn't think so.
I have deer and a tree, lots, lots of lights.
Yeah, you going skiing again?
Yep. Yeah.
Did you buy the skis?
No.
No.
No. We'll just rent them and see if we like
Oh,
it.
I see.
When you going?
Yeah. I don't know yet. There's no snow right now.
Okay. So they're open.
You get a season pass, like that ladies golf league that you joined.
You guys think you know me so well, but
We don't think, we do know you.
We do know you're a little.
no.
Yeah.
Better than
You
you know
don't see
yourself,
me
as it
anymore.
turns out.
You don't. You don't see me very much at all.
Huh?
So
Enough.
it's not.
It's enough.
Turns out that's unnecessary.
All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
so
we're moving
shout out
on
to,
now.
Shout out to Embro. And by the way, this is the point we're gonna read some of your communications with us. Don't
Yeah.
forget the website. Underwhelming.ca. You can get a hold of us, daverachelforman@gmail.com or anywhere on social media. If you would like to sponsor the podcast, we're looking for sponsors. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, any of those things, but just go to the website. You can you can sign up for the newsletter. You can there's a
Oh yeah, please sign up for the newsletter. I put a lot of work into that each week, and I'd like more people to sign up, please.
Plus, don't you have
Underwhelming.ca.
there's a poll there too. You can tell us what you like and don't want in a podcast.
Listener
So
survey,
Do it.
yeah.
Survey there. Go.
Yeah,
Go.
which is nice because it tells us what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear. So that
Sure.
it's kind
There
of
you go.
You can tell we haven't paid attention to the results yet.
No, clearly.
I have. I've read
Clearly.
through them. I have read
Oh,
through
yeah.
them.
Okay.
Okay, so I talked about, was it last time or the time before, watching Christmas movies, making Jeremy turn off sports. So we watched Hot Frosty, and I gave a little Hot Frosty review.
And it was
And
bad.
It's not very
worth
good.
it.
Yeah,
No.
it's not very. It's so bad that you won't turn it off though. You're just like, does this get better? And then it doesn't really. And then I watched the Chad Michael Murray one because
you did?
where he's going to be he's a stripper for Christmas, and so
Just to save the town or the something's going to
Yes.
close. And if only every man in the town that happens to have an 8-pack strips, then
Right.
enough money goes into the jar and Christmas will be saved and we'll all fall in love at the same
God.
time.
that's right.
Yeah.
So that
Great.
one,
Didn't
I
even watch
actually,
it, but that's the movie.
That is exactly what happens in the movie, and it's very good. So anyway,
Very good.
it is
It's
actually. I like that
very
one.
good.
Yeah, it's a
Come
good
one.
on.
I mean, for a Christmas movie, it's it's the same.
Oh.
It's not like Hot Frosty was bad, but
You're saying it's very good, but the asterisk is bigger than the words very good. You
Yes.
well, okay. Anyway, so we posted a little reel of me giving a review, and Crystal says the Chad Michael Murray movie is so much better, which I agree with now having watched it. Forman said that Ashley was already skeptical of which one.
Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
did,
was
did she watch
initially
it?
suggesting that maybe we should watch it because then people are talking about it and saying it's actually kind
That's
of good.
what I said to Janet,
No.
and Janet just went, "That's the dumbest idea I've ever
And
heard
then
of." No.
Yeah.
we heard your review, so that put an end to that.
And you know me, I watch a lot of stupid shit. And then actually a friend of mine said Hot Frosty was filmed in her husband's hometown of Brockville.
Yes.
It's so bad, but I love those cheesy movies. And I was like, yes, same.
They were
I do,
having
but
watch parties. Like, if
Really?
you go to a cafe in Brockville, they have the drinks named after stuff from the movie.
Oh, wow.
Like,
interesting.
they're all
Wow,
over.
why
Okay.
not?
I didn't know
Okay.
that.
Why not?
So anyways, that's the review.
Frosty.
But I think the Merry Gentleman is the other one. That's what it's called. That one's a lot better. If, you're in the mood for a movie.
You haven't watched
You know,
Red,
there's a
Red
Christmas-
One with The Rock and
Oh, yeah.
I
that's
haven't seen that yet, but I
Broken
want to see it.
Records.
Yeah, it's
There's
Yes,
a
I've
movie.
heard it's great.
Now I can't think of the name of it. A new one on Amazon that has Michael Bublé in it and Jimmy Fallon and all other bunch of celebrities in it.
Oh, I'll have to look for that one.
Okay.
I would
Have to
do
look for
that.
that one, too.
That sounds better
Maybe.
than what the one with the strippers.
Yeah.
Anything sounds
I was
better
also
than that.
talking about having a mouse in my house recently. Ainsley sent us a message. She says, Rachel, I was out shoveling and guess what came scurrying across my laneway? I've never swung a shovel so fast in my life. We live in an old farmhouse, and this time of year, a mouse trap snapping is like an alarm clock for us. I'm sorry about that.
That is bad.
Oh boy. I don't have much else actually.
Well,
here. That's
Rachel,
all I have.
somebody else wrote,
Yeah.
make sure to seal the mice out of your house. Don't seal them in. They will be
Oh.
way more active and will scramble around your house, and then they'll die in the wall and will have a horrific smell you can't get rid of for weeks.
Oh, no.
Speaking from personal experience.
Oh, yeah. You want them to, don't
Right.
seal them in, seal them out.
Seal them out.
So I did see that message, and how do I seal them out? How
That
do
was
I
from
do
Aaron,
that?
by the way.
Well, I think you make sure you get rid of the ones that are in the house, and
Well,
then
how do I
seal.
know? I mean,
Aaron
they
said
could be in the wall. I don't know.
Well, he says, I wish I had a helpful answer, but best of luck. I'm sending thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, that
Thoughts
isn't
and
very
prayers
helpful.
for my mouse
yeah.
problem. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen another one, so we're all clear so far.
Okay.
Dave,
far.
you were talking about having to buy a bra and a sports bra for your wife, Jana.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Have
Did
you
find one?
purchased
I'll
those?
let you know how that turns out.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
I'll
Wait till
save that
next
one.
year for that one.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel had written us to say, unless she's giving me a make, model, sizing, and serial numbers of what she wants, there ain't no way I'm buying it.
Yeah,
I'll
that
drive
seems
her-
like that's exactly how I
Yeah.
sort of felt about that too.
Yeah.
But
I'll drive
we will resolve said story.
Yeah,
So.
I'll give her the cash. I'm not attempting to buy. And even Linda commented that I'm a woman and I can't even stand buying a bra for myself.
Well, that's
Yeah.
part of the problem. I don't believe my wife wants to do it either.
No.
Which is why she's sending me out to do it.
Buying bras and pants is no fun.
Pants?
Yeah, pants are just no fun either.
Underpants?
No, just
Underpants or
regular
just pants?
Like jeans mostly.
Pants?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you got to find like a certain. Everybody has a brand that they like. Women probably. I don't know about men, but everybody's got a certain brand because that's the style that fits them and it fits them well for their body type and what blah 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 blah. So
My brand is what's on sale.
yeah, exactly.
What size is it and
That's
is it
not-
on sale? That's my brand.
Right. It's,
Well,
it's not the option. I've
beware the
learned in
butt
my
lift.
life, if you find a bra, pants, or a dress that fits and you like it, and you, especially if you love it, no matter the time of year, whether you need it or not, you buy it because you will need it eventually. If you find a bra, pants, or a dress,
Pants.
just buy it.
Pants.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
well, it's helpful advice as we go out on the note that we all hope we would go out on this year.
Okay?
Our final commentary will come in the form of a voice memo from Scotty.
Oh, Scotty.
Oh,
All
good,
right,
okay.
Scotty, go.
Hi guys, it's Scotty calling back. I finally caught up again. I was just listened to the last 2 episodes, and I hope Dave's feeling better because I believe the show was postponed because Dave wasn't feeling well. Forman, I was very surprised you didn't want a Costco bath bomb. Like, wouldn't you love just to sit there and watch a Costco just melt into nothingness? You know, I'm melting, because you were talking about Wicked too, but I don't think that actually happens in the movie. I'm rambling again. Dave, I've had the same issue with my wife. She's wanted me to buy bras before. She mentioned something about buying them off the rack, but I honestly didn't think she'd want second-hand bras.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's very funny, actually.
I heard someone suggest that Forman goes to the equine center for a little thing, I guess. And well, I don't think he's going to do that because Mama didn't raise no foal.
Aha.
I guess technically she did, Forman's brother. Anyway, I can't think of anything else right now, so I will talk to you guys later.
Thank you, Scotty. That's awesome, Scotty. Thank you very much. And that's a wrap.
Foreman's mom didn't raise no foal.
No foal.
Except
I
she
like
did. Foreman's brother.
Merry Christmas.